what that is. That is called the wrong window. Click. Just going ahead and keeping things here. Well, whatever. I suppose people are gonna show up at some point. Anyway, let's see. I'm back with more of Sports Monday. And see, what I'm going to be doing is just resuming more of Mega Man Soccer. So just get that here. And when I last left off, let's see, we finished off about, or built our team to about 4 Robot Masters. So we got Woodman, Dustman, Electman, and I think Cutman was the next one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, to finish off my defense for the next few matches, and then I'm going to probably go with Fireman and Skullman after this. So we're gonna start off with Pharaoh Man. And welcome to the stream, Alex. Hope you're doing well today. Let me just check and make sure I'm lined up here right. I did make some changes to my to my face cam, so I just gotta make sure I'm set up the right way. Well, that's good to hear. Let's see, he's in a 2-2-3, so yeah, I've been sticking with 3-1-3 lately, so we'll just stick with that. And then we'll have Electman go with one of the wings. And then, yeah, Woodman, you could be there. From what I understand, I don't think I have anyone that can shut down Pharaoh Man's super shot. So I think I'll just stick with Dustman as the goalkeeper. And then, that's not what I wanted to do. Then we're just gonna put Cutman as the mid. Yeah, I think we'll go with this. So either way, the big deal with Pharaoh Man is that he is really good defensively. He has probably the best tackle. I did like Pharaoh Man's level. I mean, just the way they built the whole aesthetic with the pyramids. So either way, I'm off to a pretty good start here. I mean, I also did like Pharaoh Man's shot, or Pharaoh Man's special power. Cause I mean, with Mega Man 6, they definitely had some weird ones, but they also gave really good personalities to the guys, and also gave them pretty good weapons too. I feel like that kind of matters too. Yeah, this is gonna be the problem where I can't really tackle him. So let's see if I can't, because with these guys I'm probably gonna have to beat them with a better ball movement and then better positioning. Cause I mean, the second I get the ball, they can just do that and take it away. Of course, it would help if the whatever thing that switches players would cooperate on me like that, but fortunately it worked out. At least Cutman has a good tackle, so that's why I wanted him as a mid. Except that he can't really hang on to the ball that well. Yeah, that was... almost had it, just not quite. So what Pharaoh Man is going to bring to the table is he's going to be a much better defender. So then with him, Woodman and Needleman, that's going to be my defense for probably the rest of the game. And I think that's the way I'm going to go about doing this. I'm still trying to get him to blow some of his super shots in, or at least use them in front of one of my guys. That was the right idea, almost had that one. Although I did find it odd before that most of the Mega Man 4 speedruns always started with Pharaoh Man. And just threw it right to him. Or passed it right to him. But I mean, the thing with Pharaoh Man is if you can get him in that loop where he's just charging up his Pharaoh shot and then shooting it at you, he's actually really easy. It says that whenever he's jumping around and throwing those Pharaoh shots is when he gives you issues. Yeah, I mean, the graphics, they're pretty decent for SNES. But this game actually does have a lot more problems that go way past the graphics. And then if I do make it to the end, you'll probably see. Like, for one thing, in the shootout, even though you hopefully won't see that here, but in the shootout, all you have to do is just stand still and you'll probably win. I mean, as the goalkeeper. So I think there's that, and there's some other stuff with the AI. I mean, that could be a problem. And then once we get to the end, I mean, the final 3 guys are definitely going to be really tough. Because I mean, right now what I'm concentrating on is just building the team. And I don't remember if you were here for the first stream of this, but once you beat somebody, you can get them to play for your team. But you can only get 1 character at a time, though. So as in, you can't have like 3 Pharaoh Mans on the same team, is what I mean by that. I thought I had that one. Although, as long as I get more than 2 goals, I should be okay. Because really, it's just using the super shots. Yeah, actually, I think so too. I think that's one thing this game definitely did well. Just trying to get myself in position here. And then, let's see, I think after Pharaoh Man, I might go after Needle Man next. And I'm not sure if long term he might end up being my goalkeeper. I mean, we'll see. Because what I do like about Needle Man is he does have better kick. Meaning that he can kick further. And then he does have a higher tackling. So there is definitely going to be a lot of mixing and matching going on here. And of course a lot of it depends on matchups too with the, or who our character, or who we're playing. Let's just get that out of there. And also, well, not that it's Monday, but it's one of those days where you just wake up and you know you don't have it. I mean, that's just kind of how it's been for me. Because, I mean, it's not like a physical thing. Oh, it's kind of both physical and mental. Yeah, I mean, I think Metal Man would actually. That'd be like a good offensive player to have. But they do have, they actually do, if you go to the exhibition mode, there's actually some really diverse, cast of characters you can play as. Because one of the earlier streams I had, I was in tournament mode. And I do think that Gemini Man's actually one of my favorite goal scorers. He's at least my favorite striker, one of those two. He still has not used a super shot yet. Okay, well, we are in pretty good shape here, so what I need to do is go ahead and start my recording here because I forgot to do that. And also, yeah, I think I can stick with 313 here. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I don't really know why Mega Man 2 was actually pretty underrepresented. I think it was just Woodman, Bubbleman, and Flashman that got in. Actually, no, Airman did too. So you know what, I'm definitely wrong on that. So I think I might move Electman to center. Just to make sure I have everybody in the right place. With Airman, he's actually a pretty decent tackler. So I mean, he might actually be a good mid. But there are definitely some confusing choices. Although the interesting thing about this is I actually didn't know who Anchor was before this game. And this was before I played Dr. Wily's Revenge. Because I did have a stream of that. Yeah, I don't think I could have done much there. Okay, good. Got him to blow one of his shots. Hopefully my guy's still not on fire. Or burnt down completely, one of those two. And also, if the ball's at the center and close to the goalie, then I'm just going to pass it right to him. I mean, really, there's nothing wrong with passing backwards. And unfortunately, stuff like that happens. Because at this point, I'm at more of the hold 'em and go home type of mentality when it comes to just with the second half. I'm usually more of a build a big lead in the first half and then go on cruise control in the second. So I think as long as I keep the pressure on them, then I mean they can't really score if they don't have the ball. And nobody was there. Then it can be pretty confusing as to who gets the ball, where. Or like who the AI decides to pass the ball to. But you do kind of have to be pointed towards them to pass them the ball. And see, I don't, or I haven't really figured out who can stop, any of the fire super shots, but, I mean, fortunately, that's not a big deal now. And then see right there, like, I guys just kept switching back and forth. And it turned out I didn't get anything done there. Although, depending on when the eclipse is, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a stream on Monday or not. Because I did watch one a very, very long time ago, but let's see, it just depends on when it starts. Because I think it should be in the afternoon. But if it's not, then I'll probably go out and watch it. Because there are definitely a lot of things going on in relation to it. Then again, I'm not going to be one of those people that travels a long distance just to see it. Although I was able to watch the lunar eclipse and the blood moon a couple years back. It was definitely an interesting thing to see. So let's see, yeah, let's see if we can't get one more here. Just for luck. And no, that wasn't the stream lurching, that was me using the fast forward. Well, that's a interesting place. Is that actually where is that? I mean, I was gonna guess it was in Mississippi, but I mean, I'm probably wrong. Okay, Wyoming. I haven't been there in a while. I mean, I did go to Yellowstone way back when, but outside of that, I actually haven't been that far out west in a while. Then again, you guys have those mountains, so it's probably easier to see the eclipse from there. Even though it's not in the same line as the places like Oregon and I think Southern Illinois has. Okay, well that's worth knowing. Okay, well that's good to know. Just gotta check my Twitch settings, make sure everything's working here. For some reason I'm not seeing myself on or on the dashboard. So unfortunately it does mean I had to exit the SNES just because it takes up its own window. Now this thing can accidentally capture my browser. Let's see, the stream might stop for a little bit because I am going to Twitch just to make sure it's working. It says I'm logged in. Okay, so all that's set up just fine. Because I did try streaming a mystery game blind race on Friday, and I was just having a ton of problems with it. Yeah, see, this thing says I'm offline, so I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I feel like for recording, I actually did used to use what was it? I did used to use SNES 9X for it, but then after a while they did adapt ZSNES, so I could use ZSNES with it. I'm using a Restream to stream with both Twitch and YouTube. But if I was, I mean, I should say if I was a Twitch affiliate, then this would be on Twitch only. Let me just see what's going on here. Because my Restream seems to be working just fine. But just for whatever reason, I was just having problems with Twitch. So then just go to yeah, I should probably start using Chrome for Twitch, just because I do have Firefox, but I also do have NoScript installed, so that sometimes causes a lot of conflict. Okay, so now it looks like it's working. Yeah, I mean, still just trying to get this here. I'll put stream. So I'm probably going to have to do this in the next stream, but I think I'm going to have to go to Restream and just make sure everything's working here.